Good. We're learning a lot. Trying to get familiar with Chauncey and the staff's, new terminology, offense, defense concepts. But I think it's been competitive. It's been fun.
Is that basically what that was?
Yeah, yeah. I've known the same players for 8 years. You know what I mean? So now it's like, as a guy who's been in the NBA for a long time, a lot of the actions are the same, but it's different names. So like, you got to kind of think through it, and then you got to. We might have called something reverse, and it's not called reverse anymore. So you're like, wait, what is that? So just walking through it is very helpful, especially for me. I'm a visual guy, so historically when we're in timeouts, like draw it up. I need to see it. Like I need to see where I'm supposed to be at, like my timing when I'm coming off. I need to know the backside's timing so I understand like where everybody's going to be at, and I try to walk through stuff as much as possible, especially when it's new.
And do you have to kind of process it as a one and a two?
One, two, three. But then you got to know the four and the five because it's new for everybody, and fours and fives is setting screens for you. So I like to know where they're supposed to be at. So if they're not in the right spot, then I can tell them, like, no, I need you to set it at this angle, and the timing's got to be like this. So if I don't have a shot, you're going to be open in this spot. So
What have you seen from this year so far?
I think he's more comfortable. The body looks better. It's like he's taking care of himself. He's eating better. He's stronger, better conditioning. And I think it's the patience. You know what I mean? Like, the game is always fast when you're younger, and like everything's kind of moving quickly. And then even first day of training camp, all the young guys are just running fast and like kind of, just happy to be out there. But I think he's playing with a better pace and understanding that he's going to have to contribute, so he's got to be ready.
Could you give any examples of like this is what we used to call it, and now it's called this?
Nah, I'm not going to tell you our plays.
I ain't smart enough.
No, I mean like reverse used to be reverse, right? But now it's like C or like thumb down instead of like one fist. You know what I mean? Like it's all words is different. So it's just like you got to see it first because you hear it and you're like, I don't know what thumb down means. Like I never ran thumb down for like 9 years or 8 years. It was one fist. It was one fist flip. It was one fist reverse. You know what I mean? Punch. That's what we used to call it. So like you got to get used to the new terms. And then defensively it's different. Like it's left and right. It's not blue. You know what I'm saying? So just understanding like what to say so that we all on the same page.
Sounds like Chauncey wants to reduce the minutes for you in the game a little bit, maybe keep the pressure. How do you feel about that? Do you expect that to happen?
I just show up and do my job, man. If that's what he wants, that's what we're gonna do. Like I'm in shape to play whatever I need to play. So
You don't care either way?
as the saying goes, man, I'm the player, I'm not the coach. Like if Chauncey feel like we need to play less minutes, then we're gonna play less minutes. Like I'm gonna do me. Like I'm gonna be good. Like it's not gonna affect me.
You're not going into an office saying, I want to play less minutes.
I would never volunteer to play less minutes.
Do
Who's
you
not?
see the benefit in maybe playing fewer minutes to bring in pressure that other guys?
But we have a luxury. Like you got to think about it like this. Like everybody wants you to play less minutes, but you need to have the type of team where you can play less minutes, right? You need to have the right pieces in place for you to be able to get longer sits, or Dame being able to sit the fourth quarter because we took care of business for 3 quarters. Like that's a luxury. Every team doesn't have that luxury. So if we build to that point, I would love to sit fourth quarters because we're winning by 25. Like. You know what I mean? That means we did our job, and that means at the end of the season, you're in better position, your body feels better. But, 32 minutes and 34 minutes, it's like, now like 40 versus 35, you know what I mean? That's a difference of five extra minutes a game. I run about, 3 miles a night. So if I can get to 2.7, you know what I mean? Like that makes a difference for me, but I'm sure there'll be nights where I play 32 and some nights where I got to play 40. You got to see how the game's going.
Last year, your defensive metrics were pretty good. I think third best.
Are you saying that I was a good defender this year? Is that what you're saying?
Metrics were
No, you got to say it to the camera.
What went into that, and how do you feel about the criticisms of your
I mean, if you look at the numbers, right? Like you're gonna get scored on in games. Like I'm not a lockdown defender, but I do my job. I'm in the right spots. I understand the concepts, rotations. As a scorer, you know how to guard, right? Because you know how you don't like to be guarded. So like I understand the principles, and I think from a pick and roll standpoint, we all can get better. I can get better, but I'm guarding the best players in the world. Like I'm guarding somebody who scores like I do. So they're going to score. I think my job is to make it difficult, be in the right spots, communicate effectively, and give effort. The rest is going to be what it's going to be. But my metrics will be good because I'm going to apply myself. I understand what they want us to do, so I'm going to go do it. But is my man going to never score? Like, no. Like he's in the NBA. But I think when you look at the end of the season, you kind of compare it to like guards across the league. Like I'll be in good standing, and I have been in good standing. When I'm healthy and playing.
In that regard, CJ, what are your thoughts on the NBA trying to crack down on like the unnatural motions in shooting? They released a bunch of videos today of like this is not going to be a foul anymore. This is not going to be a foul.
I mean, I scored 20 tonight the hard way. Like I'm not
I know
so
you're not a
like
free throw guy really, so
doesn't affect me, but I think it's, the game is the game, right? Guys are going to manipulate the game, to their benefit. If there's a way they can get to the free throw line, they're going to do it. So I play the game like naturally, you know what I mean? I'm not getting as much contact. I can go seek contact, but now that I know I can't do it unnaturally, I'll just kind of play the game the right way. But I don't think it is what it is. It'll only affect certain players. You know who they are.
well, and I was more asking as a defender. Like,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you're defending guards.
just guard, be solid. Like the pick and roll is hard, right? They get an advantage. You get hit. They get an advantage. They can hold you off. They can jump back. They can kick their legs. They can grab your arms. There's a lot of stuff they can do. So you kind of at their mercy. But if you're just solid and you play as a help team, which is what we're trying to do, then it's 5 people guarding the ball.
Any impressions of Nance?
He's an Ohio guy, man. He's great at everything.
Aside from this.
Now he's smart. He understands the game. He sets good screens. He can roll, finishes well around the basket, and I think he's just happy to be around guys that that care. We know how to win. We know how to play the right way, and he understands his role. And I think that's really important in the league. Like guys that have long standing, they play their role to the best of their abilities, and they don't try to step outside themselves. And I think he's the epitome of that.
Were you in on that deal since he's a Cleveland guy?
I'm sorry.
Were you in on that deal since he's a Cleveland guy?
Nah, I woke up just like the rest of y'all, man. I was getting ready to go on a hike, and I got some text messages, and my group chat was like, "Y'all got Larry Nance," and I was like, "What?" Then I seen it on the Woj or somebody's page.